Okay, that's better. Technical delay on my part there. Sorry about that, guys. So, welcome all back to the DCS. We have today a lower division matchup between Lads 5 and Proper Logic Gaming. For game 1, we will have Proper Logic Gaming on the blue side with Lads 5 on purple side. Bans coming in fast and furious here as we have Aurelia, Jarvan, and LeBlanc being banned away by Proper Logic Gaming, and Vi and Lysandra have been banned away by Lads 5. Proper Logic, or Lads 5 is also playing without their captain today, so we'll have to see how that affects maybe some of their team play, team synergy, if it does at all. And a heavy focus on jungle and top lane so far early, with Kha'Zix being the last ban out from Lads 5 and Proper Logic Gaming sets to pick up their first pick. Proper Logic Gaming is still looking for their first win after getting 2-0'd by White to the 9 in week 1. Meanwhile, Lads 5 had a pretty impressive 2-0 of their own in week 1 and is sitting atop their group tied with White to the 9. So we'll have to see how these teams look to play, how week 2 adjusts for them. The Maokai first pickup here in the top lane for Proper Logic Gaming. Not going to show too much and still getting that very strong tank. Especially with the Aurelia band, is one of the strongest top laners left open. And the immediate answer from Lads 5 will be to go with the Rengar and the Braum. Getting that tanky support, he is going to look be interesting to see what AD carry they decide to go with here, to go with him. And Rengar, the unseen terror out of the jungle, you know, until he got nerfed into a little kitty. But we'll have to see how he plays here. He still is very strong at times in the game, so we'll have to see if they can utilize his, you know, level 6 boost of having the ultimate come up and what all else. This is, I think it's a little too early for most UT people, so for those of you in chat, thank you for coming and joining. It is, I will say it myself, I've only been up for about 30 minutes, so it's pretty early. Meanwhile, on the side, we are still, you know, in pick ban. On the side of Proper Logic Gaming, we will see the Ahri pick up for the mid lane, and it looks like it will be the Graves as well, picking up their mid lane and their AD carry. They're 2 damage dealers. Ahri's so strong. We saw it played last night by Black to the 9 very effectively. If there was any thought of picking a Xerath on the side of Lads 5, I think that thought is now gone, so we'll have to see what they go with here. The Nautilus and the Sivir hover. Sivir actually wouldn't be bad. Braum does give a little bit of the tankiness needed for that lane, and with Sivir pushing, it really allows Braum to maybe roam and look for Qs around the map, look for those stuns. The Sejuani hover here would be interesting because that would possibly mean the Rengar in the top lane switching over to the Mundo. I think that would be more likely. What this is coming out here is they need a very high damage mid laner. A lot of tanky here from Braum and Mundo. Sivir, as we kind of saw last night into the Black the 9 series, even with 500 plus farm, you kind of fall off late game. Luckily for Lads 5 so far, so does Graves. So it might not be the worst thing. There's not really a hyper carry on the side of Proper Logic to stay away from the, or to make this Sivir really have some trouble. We do see the Sejuani lock-in on the side of Proper Logic Gaming. That will be in the jungle, I believe, for Dare Bear Boy. Please let me know if I'm saying your name wrong also. And the Thresh lock-in for JT Maniac will finish round up the Proper Logic Gaming. A very strong team fighting comp here. You have the Thresh hook, you have Maokai that can twist it, advance in. You have Sejuani stunned. You have Graves that's going to want to get in there, collateral damage, auto attack. Ahri's going to be wanting to fly around the flanks of the fight and doing whatever she can. So, but 2 very team fight heavy teams so far coming out. We do see the Ez hover here for Lads 5. Switching over to the Annie. Annie would be another engage trick here. You have the Braum ultimate. You have Rengar that can hop in. If they do Annie here for the mid lane, that is another very engage heavy champion with this Tivers. I think Zed would be a better pick. It does leave this team very AD reliant and AD heavy, possibly easy to itemize against. And it will actually look to be the Annie, which is, I think, the smarter choice here. It gives you the AP. It gives you even more engage if the Braum were to miss or Rengar cannot get in range. Oh, and just kidding, guys. Go back to this screen for a minute. As we see, it seems like Observant Owl DC'd right at the end of pick ban there. Oh, firewall error. Oops. Yeah, okay, guys, I think we should be getting back into game just not too long here. As soon as he gets into back into game, we should be going through pick ban. And we should just go through an exact repick. It seems like that's what the teams are deciding on. So it should just be moment. He probably just has to pull back up his league client and can get re-invited. But meanwhile, I will put this back on. Oh, no, never mind. Before I can even put the music on, we are back looking towards the game. Random firewall bug. Rip Windows. Rip Microsoft. Microsoft against League of Legends confirmed on stream. And, okay, I'll just show this because why not? It might as well. They agreed to do same picks, so this, we might, they're actually, at least on the side of Proper Logic Gaming, might do the same bands. I would imagine troll bands coming out here, but no, they're being good and doing the exact same bands as well. So, kind of have a few minutes here to talk about this because we did see the compositions, a lot of team fighting from both teams, really. And it'll be interesting for sure to see what they decide to go with here. For the side of Proper Logic Gaming, I guess I'll go ahead and do this while they are going through and picking their champions back up. On Proper Logic Gaming, we have Foamy Duck. Again, please let me know if I'm saying your name so I can fix that. We have Foamy Duck on the Ahri. At the AD carry, we have Dr. McLovin on the Graves. At support, we have JT Maniac on the Thresh, Dare Bear Boy on the Sejuani in the jungle, and Observant Owl on the Maokai in the top lane. Meanwhile, on the side of Lads 5, we have Dirty Cat Picker in the jungle on Rengar, Marcus Hutcho 1 on the support with Braum, Sean's Peeper in the top lane on the Mundo, Bebe Zero something on the AD carry with the Sivir, and Annie in the mid lane. I don't want to butcher your name. I apologize. But anyway, guys, we are about to hit the 3-minute spectator delay. Unfortunately, I didn't get to Oscar quick enough to have the awesome team layout graphics, so you can all blame me why we have to sit here for a few extra minutes and stare at the champion select screen. But while we do that, for those of you that were awesome enough to come check this out, I will go ahead and open up the betting. For this first game, we will have Proper Logic Gaming win as option number 1 and Lads 5 win as option number 2. Pay attention, the bot will tell you exactly what you need to do to bet. Betting is open. Feel free, do whatever you want. You have until first blood or 5 minutes into the game. Remember all your spaces and pay attention to the teams. Meanwhile, we will have, oh god, Facebook Live. Oh, wow. Guys, I'm bad. I can't spell things. This is why I talk. I can't spell. But we have about 2 minutes left in spectator delay. As much as I want to try and you check with. I will post the command in chat. That's why I hate the delay, but you know, whatever. That's how you check. Yep, there you go. Shows you. So just check, and then the bot will tell you how many you have. If you have placed a bet already, the bot will tell you how much you have after the bet, as well as how much you have bet in brackets. So use that command to check how many you have. For those of you new, you get 10 every 10 minutes you're in this channel. So for now, you already should have earned 10 green Vicks if you've been here since I started streaming. Actually, maybe 20. Yeah, if you've been in here since we started streaming, then I think you, yeah, there you go. Kirby dude, you've been in here a lot. I figured you had close to 100, so feel free to bet. If there's no one else in here that will bet, I will make a bet against you so that there is at least some kind of, you know, payout for betting. Going for the Lads 5 team, I think after their week 1 matchups, that is a valid choice without seeing these teams play each other. And the tankiness that will come out of this Lads 5 team late game with Braum, who can become tanky with just a couple items, as well as the Mundo, who really with his ultimate and a little bit of CDR and tanky items can become nearly unkillable. It will be up to both of these top laners, really. Mundo's going to want to get in and just disrupt this backline, force Graves and Ahri to maybe ult him, get those ultimates out of the fight. Meanwhile, Maokai is wanting to do much of the same. He's going to want Twisted Advance in towards the Sivir, maybe want to get in on the Rengar. And with that, guys, you know what that means. We get to go into this as we are loading into the game. Hopefully, you know, my league client decides to be nice today. We shall see. There we go. Yeah, I'll just do that for now. The zeros, the remaining zeros. So we should just be loading, shouldn't be too long to load onto the Rift. Unless, you know, they decide to have fun. It's over 9,000. Oh God, I sincerely apologize for my voice today, guys. It is really bad because of the LAN party last night. So, and here we go. We are into the game, which means I should, you know, put this back up. Okay. I will not ever try that again today. But, Hunter's Machete, I don't care about you. Okay. Riot, please let me. Also, since I'm actually streaming this today, I don't have the pleasure of getting to look at chat because y'all don't. However, that means I can do replays if I so decide. So, woohoo. That'll be fun. We are onto the Rift. We do see Annie lagging just slightly behind. But we do see, the Cleaver just hits as Graves walks into the lane. This is 2 people. The Q lands. The stun is going to land on Braum. This is a lot of damage early on Dr. McLovin. He might have to burn Flash to get away from this. The Cleaver should be up. There's the Cleaver. There's the slow. Rengar is keeping the rest of the team busy. The Q hits. And Dr. McLovin surviving with 50 health. He dodges the Cleaver. And that should be him forced to base. Very nice engage there. He won't really miss any CS from it. Sivir could be in trouble here. There is a Thresh waiting along the... Nope. And we'll just back up. Get the 1 auto attack on Sejuani. Graves will not actually miss any CS here because of this little trade, as he should be back in the lane in time. The only thing was he used a pot in that it looked like... Oh, no. He did not. Okay. But wasn't able to grab a pot either, so... there was a land. It was just some scrubs playing StarCraft, I think. No, the StarCraft match was very nicely done. It was a lot of fun to watch, and honestly, the LAN was a lot of fun. Smash was some good fun. I know Andrew Crow doesn't come watch any of the streams, but if he does, I apologize for the targeting I did with you for on my Kirby play. A little bit unnecessary, maybe. But we are in the game here. We do see both bot lanes helping with the jungle camp and moving to lane. Got to lane about the same time. Meanwhile, Maokai taking the Merc Wolves, and we'll be going back, and then I believe teleporting into lane. He does start with a ward here. Gets a ward and a mana pot, and actually, yeah, there we go. There's the teleport into lane. So, meanwhile, this bot lane, Dr. McLovin, again, taking a little bit of harass here. Needs to be kind of careful. Sivir, Graves, this lane should actually stay about even, unless one of them just starts pushing majorly with either Ricochet or the Buckshot. So, Rengar is very, very low to these Merc Wolves. He will survive, it looks like, though. Yep, just barely survived. We'll go back. No Danny tackles today, or at least in game 1. We'll see kind of a little bit of aggression coming out, mostly from Maokai here in this top lane. I can never tell, how much damage Graves is actually, or Mundo's actually taken from harass, or how many cleavers he's just tried to throw out. So, but we do see Braum is taking a good bit of harass. He does have it looks like he has 3 biscuits, so he should be okay. Interesting to note, Thresh is not at least 9 points in utility here, as he is just with normal mana pots. So I'm curious what his masteries are then. I don't know. That just might be my noob that runs 9 utility on Thresh. The Q does land, but I don't think there's really any sustain coming out. The little bit of a stun from Annie. Not really the strongest early game AP caster, so Sivir did actually take some damage. We saw the spell shield used, maybe in anticipation of a possible hook coming out, but to no avail. So Rengar didn't actually have enough money for even the start of his jungle item, while Sejuani does now have that Stalker's Blade. Going for the route of the Chilling Smite. Sejuani just cold to the core, I guess. Pretty quiet first 5 minutes here besides the level 1 invade, as both teams just kind of farming their way and trading while they can. Mundo is going to, be perpetually at half health. He is actually getting to the point that it needs to be a little careful. He is out of pots, while Maokai still has 3 health pots and a mana, so he is fine in this lane right now and is starting to pull ahead in CS a little bit. Meanwhile, the other 2 lanes are kind of going in favor of Lad's 5. Q just not quite hitting there from Braum. Meanwhile, Buckshot will. There's the Ricochet and the Boomerang Blade. Sivir will start to look to push these lanes pretty heavily. So, well, I say push the lanes heavily, and as Sivir is getting pushed towards turret, that is level 4. I believe they're pretty even on XP. A little bit of an advantage for the Proper Logic Gaming bot lane, but already trying to get what harass she can. Doesn't actually has a mana pot lead in favor of Annie here. They're doing a nice job of avoiding the Qs and trying to just stay in this lane as long as possible. It does have about a 10 CS lead. And Rengar is hovering a little bit. We'll have to see if maybe he tries to make his presence known. That was wow, both the play and the hook not quite connecting for Thresh. Unfortunately, he tried to catch the Braum as he was a little far up, but Braum naturally backing away in time. Still quite a bit of damage onto this Lads 5 bot lane. And we'll have to see. We are, I'm getting really bad at this, but let me just do this to give Kirby a little, whoever wins gets some compensation. And there. Alright, bets are locked in. Good luck. Let's see who can pull this game out. A bit of a lead here. 500 gold is 400 to 500 gold any day of the week, but mainly in these little bit of a CS leads in mid and bot lane, while Mundo is just kind of holding close. Braum is being very, very short here. He does get hit by the flay this time, gets hit by the hook as well. Exhaust goes down immediately. There are 2 sets of the stun on the Graves, but it wasn't quite enough. And flashing red health bars on the side of both. Braum did use his exhaust, but they both still have flash. We see Barrier coming out from the Sivir. No heal. Braum going in again, trying to tank what damage he can before things go bad. So, meanwhile, it's showing Maokai's actually going to be the first one to recall while the lane is pushed up. Let's see what he goes for here. He must have the money to spin because he still had pots, and he does complete the catalyst. And as well as 2 stealth wards and more mana pots. So looking for safety in that lane. The Lats 5 bot lane goes back. They get a BF sword. They are going to lose this wave to turret. I don't imagine they're going to get back there in time. Meanwhile, the blue buff you saw going over, I believe both mid laners. I'm bad. I forget what my both mid laners do not quite have their blue buff just yet. Ahri should be getting hers quite soon. They are going for Dragon here possibly on the side of Lats 5. As they start out, they do have vision control of it. Proper Logic Gaming has no vision in this Dragon Pit yet. Sejuani is coming around. They do see Sejuani's there. Let's see if they continue to go for this. There's the ward. They now see dragons being done. There's a teleport coming in. Dragon will go down. Sejuani goes in. Not yet. Level 6 doesn't have the stun. Sejuani will fall. First blood going over to Sivir, and he falls to Sejuani from the grave. Meanwhile, Flash is being burned all around. Braum should fall here. I'd imagine Sivir is in a lot of trouble. Did already use the ultimate and will fall. Braum falls as well. Sivir does get Ahri before she goes down. 3 for 2 in favor of Proper Logic Gaming. But they did lose the dragon, so 9-minute dragon over to Lads 5. Even gold, pretty much, to start this game out. And that was a bit of a crazy engage there. Sejuani getting knocked out so early, now has the ultimate up. Would have been useful in that last fight, but now should be a little stronger here. And the rest of Lads 5 just having to peace out. But the chase from Braum and the 3-man chase from a Maokai, Thresh, Ahri is so hard to escape. Nice play by Bebe Zero and on the Sivir to turn and take the Ahri with them at least. So nice play there. It was a good play from Lats 5 to make that a 3 for 2. It really could have gone, 3 for 1 with Sejuani being the only casualty. And we do see the Braum ultimate coming out. We saw the Sivir spell shield. And that is unfortunately ultimate down in that bot lane. We'll have to see. Thresh still has his box. They are doing quite a bit of damage. The Q is going to land. Winter's Bite takes Graves down a little bit. He is in a little bit of trouble, but is level 7. Does have the XP advantage. Should be okay in this lane. Oh, the junglers finding each other. Rengar gets into the bush first. Gets the stun. Uses the smite for the bit of a flashy kill there. And 1v1 for the Rengar. Nice play to get into the bush first. Just in time for the Sejuani to get in range to jump out. And that's what happens when Rengar finds what he wants in terms of an engage. The hook is going to land. Play not quite into turret range. There's the box, but the spell shield will keep them there. There is the lantern trying to keep them there, but Thresh will fall. The lantern shield not quite hitting him. Kill over to the Sivir. 3-1 now on this Sivir. After she got 2. Look at the minion. The minion is protecting the pink ward. The minion was not strong enough to protect the pink ward. Rip caster minion. Sejuani is coming down to this bot lane. There's the Sivir ult even. They're going in on this. The Winter's Bite doing enough to get the kill. Sejuani did use the ultimate there, I think. And they're just going to back away. But kill onto Braum, assist onto Sivir. And this mid lane Ahri doing so much damage. But look at Annie giving it right back. Ignite is down. One more auto. Is it going to be enough? Does the Ignite take down? No. Ahri survives. But there's Rengar flashing in. And that one was a flashy kill for sure. Another kill for Lads 5. Up 3-6 now. Rengar 2-0-1. Annie with the 3 assists. Guys, they were just showing you it is actually support Annie. Pink ward will fall. Braum does get the stun on. Sejuani and Annie were both coming around looking for that. No Sightstone onto Thresh as of yet. Is going actually did go for the Targons with his first back, so we'll have to see what he goes for here. He is singing base. It is the Sightstone this time around coming out. Interesting. And the pink ward with the biscuits. We do see a pink ward as well onto Mundo. He is starting to pressure Maokai a little bit in this lane. Maokai still trying to ramp up. We do see the Rod of Ages finish for Annie at under 13 minutes, so that will be stacked up in a nice time there. Meanwhile, good use of the spell shield for the buckshot, but he does not have it for the hook now. Can Thrush land it? He does indeed land the hook. In they go. He has collateral damage. There it is, picking up the kill. Over to Graves. Nice use of the ultimate. He missed the side jolt? Okay, that's what I thought. Because I saw it off cooldown, but I wasn't entirely sure. Thank you for, you know, what do you even call it? Clarifying that for me, or something like that. Is there Descent in the White to the 9 ranks? Nah. Y'all play that later tonight, I think. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. But as we see, Lads 5 is really starting to take control of every lane. Graves, Sivers, the really only one close in CS still. 20 lead from Mundo now as he has started to finally pull ahead. Same for the Annie 20 lead. And with that, Rod of Ages so early that will be stacked up pretty early comparatively. To Maokai, I believe, just got his, so he's going to be a couple minutes behind in terms of stacking this up. I do love the fact that he is making sure he has 2 Sightstones, or 2... Did he max Q last? Yeah, he's going Sapling Toss into Twisted Advance into Arcane Smash. Yep, that is the correct. You are correct. That is what he is doing. EWQ. We see here they're getting a lot of pressure on this turret. Braum just wants one more hit before the minion dies. Nice use of the stand by me. Stand behind Braum. That's right. I should know that. He freaking yells it every time you use it. But we do see a little bit of damage here. Q not quite able to hit. But they might be able to take this turret with this wave. Sivir, you know, if Sivir focused the turret. But the minion wave will fall. Braum, or Grave should be fine last hitting there. 10:30 tonight. I will be there. Hopefully I still have a voice. Dragon is back live. But Proper Logic Gaming are in better place for it, clearing out the wards. Scuttle is over to Lads 5, so they see this. Rengar's on the wrong side of the map, though, as they're coming in. Braum is here, Sivir is here, Annie's coming, but Mundo's here as well. Did he teleport in for this? He did. Here's the engage. They go in. Dragon is very low. Thresh goes down. Dragon goes over to blue side. Sejuani gets it, but this is going to be the fight that Lads 5 wanted. Sejuani falls. Maokai falls. Here comes Rengar. There's the flash from Sivir. Graves goes down. Will this be the clean ace at 15 minutes? Rengar trying to do what he can. Ace. Sivir getting the last kill. And Dragon over to Proper Logic, but no kills. And wow, that team fight there. Nice Braum ultimate and really nice engage all around. All the ultimates being used quite nicely. Tibbers not even needed in that fight. And this will be the first turret of the game going in favor of Lads 5 at 16 minutes. And 11-4, the 6.2k gold lead here at 16 minutes is actually starting to become quite large, you know, for this time. Annie, the Spirit Visage from Mundo, as well as a Giant's Belt. Maokai and Ari are going to start having trouble with him, as well as you see the Sivir with the IE and the Zeal really starting to pull ahead of this Graves. 5-2-4 now. And Rengar really has played quite nicely. He was on the wrong side of the map when that Dragon started, and I really think that's the reason that Proper Logic Gaming pulled out the Dragon, even though they weren't able to win the fight. Meanwhile, Mundo is pretty tanky right now with that Spirit Visage. There's his ultimate. He's going to keep him just fine, topped off on health. Sivir is alone, but look at the damage Sivir doing. Graves is under half health. So we will have to see. Mundo just going to push us up. Here comes a Sejuani. This could be trouble as there's the ultimate. There's the Arcane Smash. Does the Sejuani all land? This time it does. There's Mundo a little frozen. There's the Chilling Smite. Graves is going to fall in this lane in the 2v1. Mundo is in trouble. His ultimate is not back up yet. One more Arcane Smash. He throws another Cleaver, but kill over to Maokai as Mundo falls. That was a very, very long chase, though, in a 2v1. While Sivir, meanwhile, able to pick up the kill as well, and that will be their second turret of the game. Here's Rengar jumping onto Maokai. This time there is no Sejuani in time. Rampage on the Rengar with that Tiamat as well as his Warrior Enchant on his Stalker's Blade. He does so much damage right now. 4-0-2, picking up the kill and avenging the fallen Mundo. Mundo using that death to finish his Warmogs. He is already a little tanky, sitting at almost 3,000 health at this point, and with I believe 56 magic resist and 68 armor. This is looking to be a fight. They do now see Thresh's there. Who do they jump on? Thresh is not at full health. There is Braum. The Q doesn't hit. There is the ultimate from Sivir. There is the Lantern, though. Should stop him. There's the knockup hitting Thresh. Now the Q lands. They need one more for the stun. It is not going to happen. Thresh is going to survive with just a sliver of health. Ultimates burn. Both ultimates burned from the Lads 5 bot lane, looking for that. Here comes Sejuani. Does have the ultimate. Flashes in. Ahri's there as well. This could be trouble for Lads 5. Sivir gets shut down. Kill over to Sejuani. Braum is in trouble. Flashes over the wall and should get away. Here comes Annie for some retaliation, but is a little too late. Sivir falling. Shut down gold over to the Sejuani. And yeah, nice play there from Proper Logic Gaming. Knowing that they were low, they didn't have the ultimates, and collateral damage there. Wasn't quite able to pick up the kill, but was trying to be a little bit of a kill secured there. So Dragon is up in 2 minutes. Rengar might find himself another prey. Doesn't look like it. Looks like Thresh does quite get out. Just does get out in time. And we look here. The gold lead kind of hovered how it has since the last Dragon. It's about 6.5 in favor of Lads 5. This top outer turret is the last outer turret surviving. And Mundo does have his ultimate. So it's going to be pretty hard to force him off of this turret at this point. Meanwhile, Annie just pushing the lane down to the tier 2 turret. Sivir trying to do the same. Has that static shift now. Still doesn't have tier 2 boots, interestingly enough. Going for the item, the core items kind of first. And we'll have to see. And a lot of wave clear coming out of the Sivir now. They are going to get Scuttle and top, at least for Proper Logic. But the CS lead's really starting to show. We have almost 40 here on the side of Mundo, while Annie is looking at a 40 CS lead of her own. Sivir doesn't really have the CS lead, but at 6-3 and 4 has the lead. Mundo does have his ultimate. This is the very same ganks they tried last time. Mundo popping the ult. Here's a Rengar here to stop this. The bullet doesn't quite land. Mundo is trying to turn this around. Rengar trying to get his Fury up here. But both teams just kind of back away. Mundo back up at full health. Dragon is live in 20 seconds. Neither team has really started to look towards it. And with both top laners, or both junglers being in the top lane, we'll have to see who gets there first. Rengar with the last Whisper looking to cut through the ninja tabis of Sejuani at the moment. But it could be some armor later on. Maokai's so low right now. I say so low, he's at 800 health, but this does give Lads 5 confidence to our Dragon. There are no wards in the pit. There's the first ward going in the pit for Proper Logic Gaming. So they do have a TP point for Maokai. He might have to he's going to have to TP in outside. Steal from Graves with the collateral damage. Nicely done by Proper Logic Gaming. Great timing there from the Graves. This will be a fight. Ahri gets jumped on, but Ahri having the damage to turn this. Rengar is in trouble here. Has to flash away. Sejuani hits the ult onto Braum, but that will not be a kill as Rengar should stay alive. Since this doesn't look like it'll be a fight, Mundo does get the turret in top lane. Neither top laner had to come for that Dragon. I kind of want to make sure this isn't going to be... Okay, it does indeed look like now. We can go back to this dragon, because that was pretty damn impressive here. I want you to focus on the Graves sitting in the back lines here. He's coming up to the fight now. They have vision. This is a bit of a blind, and that was just beautiful timing. Rengar had the smite too. Great timing there from Graves on the ultimate to steal the dragon. Someone's dead. Ahri actually died, and Sejuani is low, so that means Lads 5 ends up actually turning that in mid lane and going in on it. Who has the kill? Looks like Braum has the kill there. I'd imagine, if I'm remembering my numbers right. So, I barely took the replay at the wrong time, as Lads 5 picking up another kill. They do have a 9,000 gold lead now, but they are down in dragons after a nice play from the Graves. It is actually the Merc Treads coming out of Sivir, not looking for attack speed, instead going for a little bit of a defensive boot choice here. Rengar, Deathcat finish onto Annie. That Rod of Ages is fully stacked now. Annie is gonna be pretty strong. Looking to do the damage. Let's see, sitting at 360 AP right now. Sivir might be in a little bit of trouble. Look at Graves' damage. Wow. Graves doing so much damage. I think Sivir tried to spell shield the collateral damage, but good use of waiting it out from the Graves there. And this Graves is getting pretty strong. 3-3-1 isn't the most exciting scoreline, but he is multiple times been able to take down the Sivir in lane. So, but meanwhile, this Mundo is a problem. He is just pushing down that top side like it is nothing. I don't really know what Maokai can do about this, because Mundo can just kind of stay as long as he wants in this lane. I'm curious how much gold he has. He kind of gets jumped on a little bit. He has 2,000 gold waiting. Ahri gets jumped on. Ahri goes down. Rengar picking up his 5th kill of the game. However, with Graves here, this might be a bit of a different story. Trying to do what they can. Mundo is still pretty damn tanky, though. He doesn't have much armor, so he pops the ult. He's running away. There's the cleaver going to land. Mundo's pretty low. Wow, the Sejuani ult hits. Graves hook hits as well. This is a dead Annie. Look at the damage, though. Can Annie take... Oh, Annie just not quite able to take Thresh with her. That was so close. That's a bit scary there, that Annie can do that much damage. That was a great, I believe, was it the Incinerate? Yeah, that was a very nice Incinerate there from the Annie. So, good. This is giving Sivir a lot of time on this turret. Getting a minion wave at the perfect time. This is a tier 2 turret that's going to fall. Lads 5 controlling the turret game for sure, up 4-0. Mundo has a lot of gold. I'm curious to see what he buys when he goes back. Oh, Sivir using the ultimate, but there is a... What was that? That was quite impressive. Oh, this is a bad fight for Lads 5 as Sivir and Braum both fall. Graves and Sejuani picking up the kill. That was kind of freaking cool for those of you that, I don't know, didn't see it. Thresh hooking Braum as he was jumping for his ultimate. That might be the coolest animation interaction I've seen in a while. But Mundo fully buys a Randuin's when he goes back to base. But ward control around Dragon is in favor of Proper Logic Gaming now. They are clawing themselves back in this as much as they can. But they really need some turrets right now. This should be the turret going down in bottom lane. It is indeed. They are trying to get some vision control. This Dragon is up in a minute. Mundo does have teleport. He's just going to walk down into this top lane. Continue to pressure the Maokai. Oh, it lands. This is trouble as Graves doesn't have his ultimate to try and get the last finish, the last bit of damage. Oh, but this is a dead Rengar. Who's going to get the last kill? Shut down going over to the Thresh. I think it was the red buff that got the last little tick there. And let's see what Rengar... He has a Brutalizer and Average Blade. I believe he's going Yomu's here. We'll have to see if he's able to finish it. He has 400 gold. I don't think he's quite able to finish it just yet. But the shutdown, that is his first death of the game. 6-1-2. He has been such a menace so far, but Mundo just being Mundo in this top lane. He does get another wave. The wave does get in turret range. That will be another tier 2 turret falling. Maokai's coming, but he is here too late. Turret going down. Sejuani being a true support jungler and taking the Winter's Bite so that Thresh can complete his back. He does have... Did he just get that Glacial Shroud? I think he might have. Don't know for sure. Dragon is up, and Lads 5 is in position for this. Let's see if they make sure this one doesn't get stolen. Meanwhile, Mundo, Sivir gets hooked with the charm. Has to flash away. Has to use the ultimate defensively as well. But look at how fast this Dragon falls. I don't think it'll get there in time. No, Dragon number 2 for Lads 5. Both the charm and the hook misses. And meanwhile, Mundo is on an inhibitor turret. He has got this inhibitor turret to half health while Lads 5 took that Dragon. And there is very little of an answer here for Proper Logic Gaming right now to this Mundo. And the Youmuu's we do see finished up from the Rengar. It looks like Annie is going for the Zhonya's as her third item here. And Mundo popping the ultimate. This is a death squad coming from the Mundo. The hook lands. He is so tanky though. It's going to take them a while. There's the Randall and Slow. He's trying to get out of this. Sivir falls to Graves meanwhile, I think in the jungle. While this chase is happening, Mundo will fall in the end. Who gets the kill credit? It will be... He flashes away. No way. Is he going to survive this? Graves falls. Mundo is so close to death. There's the sapling. Is it going to be enough? There's the flash twist to advance. That gets the kill. Graves falling in the jungle, however, to the Maokai. Kind of some revenge there for, I believe, another 1v1 kill as Graves takes down Sivir. But this is another tier 2 turret. All the turrets outside the base are gone for Proper Logic Gaming. And they have a uphill road right now. Sivir going for some lifesteal. This Graves, I think if Proper Logic Gaming manages to come back here, that Graves might be MVP. It looks like we might see a little bit of a settle here. So I want to see what exactly happened with this Graves here. Yeah, he just caught out Sivir and, yeah, destroyed. But he is so low that, he was trying to back as well, and Rengar just found him before the back animation. Yep. Ouch. But Graves is still winning those duels, just maybe not as hard right now. So let's see. They have pulled this kill deficit in rather close now, 13-17, but it's still a 9,000 gold lead for Lads 5 as they have 6 turrets to 1. Look at the wards around Baron though for Proper Logic Gaming. I believe that's Scuttle and 2 green wards, so definitely there's going to be one swept away. Mundo again, but this time there's a Rengar there, but Rengar getting stunned up by the Sejuani ult will fall, already picking up the kill. Now Mundo is in trouble, using the random and trying to get away. He has Merc Treads, he is even more tanky. The ultimate was running, and he gets out of this. Braum and Annie are coming around. They see Annie. This is a 4v4 right now. Make that 5v4 as Graves. Oh no, Graves is not here. This is a 4v4. Lantern's going to come out. That should bring Maokai to safety. And we'll have to see. They are chasing this. Braum is here. He lands the Winter's Bite. He does have the ultimate. But Graves is coming around. Rengar is not up for 10 more seconds. And it's going to take him even longer to get here. They are going to siege down this turret though. Somehow he hit Graves with that cleaver. Now Rengar is up. He should be running down here from base. It will take him a little bit though. The cleavers are landing, but there's really not any follow-up. Boomerang Blade is not quite able to hit. Rengar is trying to get down here. And his Moby Boots are going to do what he can, but it's going to take him a while. He is actually just going to go to mid lane. Mundo trying to get jumped on here, but he does have his ultimate up again and just pops it and should be fine. Meanwhile, Rengar is pushing mid lane. They have 5 members here from Proper Logic Gaming. We'll have to see what they go for here. Rengar has almost got this wave at the turret. Maokai going in, twisted advance onto Braum, but he is tanky as well. Uses the stand behind me. and will remain safe. Meanwhile, they force Rengar away from the mid inhib turret, and they're trying to collapse a little bit on Mundo here. There's the twisted advance. Maokai using the arcane smash as well. The charm does hit. There's the damage, but there's this. Wow, Sivir sacrificing herself, or no. Wow, Annie getting a kill on Graves. I cannot believe this. There's Rengar from the backlines. Ahri falls. Double kill for the Rengar as Thresh falls. They are on to the Maokai. He is so tanky, but Sivir actually survives and takes down Sejuani 4 for 1 in favor of Lads 5. Annie the only one falling, and falling because she was in the middle of the team. That will be the inhibitor turret going. That will be the first inhibitor falling at 33 minutes, and Lads 5 just taking complete control of this game. They do have a minion wave coming, but it's not going to quite be there in time. They have 8 seconds. Our Graves is now up. Ahri's up in 5. I don't think they have time for this, but Dragon is up in 30 seconds, and now Mundo has gone to the bottom side, looking to push that. He has 2,000 gold on him again. We'll have to see what he looks to buy. But at 1, 2, and 6, Mundo really doing his job of becoming this unkillable tank. Sivir at 7, 6, and 8 has died a lot, but has had some great plays as well. While we have just a second that it looks like we will have, I want to see a replay of this. Maybe. There we go. All right. So, well, there was, Rengar coming up from the back lines. So we saw here a lot of damage being done onto the. Oh, is that a 4-man Tibbers in that fight? Well, let's see. This fight starts on Mundo, getting kind of caught out by the multiple members, and as he actually it only hit Graves, but that was enough. It gave them time, and he was able to take down Graves. Meanwhile, in the backlines, here comes Braum saving Sivir, using his ultimate there to knock up 3, and Sivir able to take down the Sejuani. Nice exhaust from Braum as well, being the true support there. That was really great team play from Lads 5 all around here. Wow, we're coming into a fight. So far, Rengar is down, but Graves and Thresh have both fallen. Annie falls to the Maokai. Mundo is here trying. Here comes Sivir from the back at about half health, but getting knocked up. Sivir is going to fall. Triple kill to the Maokai. Ahri getting the kill, and let's see, are they able to take out the Mundo? Who gets the kill? It will be double kill. Ace for Proper Logic Gaming. What started that fight? Because there is no way that normally Proper Logic Gaming should have started that fight or won that fight. So let's see here. Was it a Braum ultimate? Alright, let's see. That was Dragon number 3 going over to Lads 5 as well. And then let's see here. It looks like it might have just been a Braum ult to start it. Yes, he gets charmed. He gets jumped on. He lands a, let's see, 3-man Braum ult here, and they are off to the side. Rengar is trying to get onto Graves, it looks like, but the rest of the team is just not there. And this was why they got split up. They were able to take down Graves in the end, but I think Rengar fell as well. So the damage really not here in time for Lads 5, and it allows Proper Logic Gaming to take the fight. And let's see what they were able to take from that. Maybe just the mid. Yeah, they just took the mid tier 1 and more vision control around Baron. But really, great fight from Proper Logic Gaming. Graves commanding the attention of 2 members. And we see Thornmail here on Mundo becoming even more tanky. We see the Ravenous Hydra finish. This is a Baron startup for Lads 5. There is still one more ward that sees them here, but this Baron is falling so quickly. It's already under 2,000 health, and it will go down before Proper Logic Gaming can get there. What will happen in the turn? Mundo's going. Sivir does have the ultimate. We'll have to see if they decide to use it here. They will not. It looks like they'll just force Mundo or force Maokai away and maybe push up mid lane here with the Baron powered minions. Look at that Baron powered super minion pushing down. He is going to be doing some damage. They've got a wave onto the mid inhibitor turret as well. Mundo is being Mundo. He's got the attention of 4 people. He pops the ultimate And there goes the inhibitor the inhibitor turret. 3-man stun from Sejuani. This is the fight they need. Sejuani picks up 1 kill as Rengar falls. Zanya's from Annie will keep her alive for just a minute. Double kill for Sejuani. The super minions are on Nexus turrets though. They take down 1. Mundo will fall as well. Sivir's the only one that's out of this. Sivir needs to be very careful. It's 5 against 1. Boomerang Blade not quite able to get it. But super minions took down 1 Nexus turret and did damage to the second. So, Sivir trying to do what she can. This is close. If Sivir gets this inhibitor, I think it will be the godlike Sivir, but Graves forcing Sivir away. Sivir does not want to mess with this. Graves has already taken her down a few times here, but 1 Nexus turret fell for almost an ace from Lads 5. They are still losing these team fights up 9,000 gold here. And the inhibitors respawn now, so they really need to get back into this base so they can get more super minions. We see a Guardian Angel from Rengar. He is going full glass cannon, so good to see. We see the Void Staff out of Annie. So I'm curious, what is Annie's AP at right now? 620 is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Mundo has another Giant's Belt. It'll be curious to see what he goes for there. God, my voice is literally just gone. I'm pretty sure it just cracked and hasn't done that in a while. This has been a great defense from Proper Logic Gaming. It has been Lads 5 picking a couple of awkward team fights, but it's still, when you're down 9,000 gold. Oh, there's the charm. There's the Q. All the damage going on to Rengar. He does have that Guardian Angel though, so now Sejuani in a little bit of trouble. Maokai is in the back lines here. They really don't want a team fight here. I think they just need to try and push for this inhibitor. Maokai is onto the Rengar. He is down. Guardian Angel is procced. Mundo trying to do what he can on the Graves. There's the Braum ultimate. They're trying to do what they can. Maokai is stunned up. He does have to flash away. Mundo so damn. 2-man Tivers down falls Ari. Will anyone else fall? Mundo is trying to force him away. There's the inhibitor falling. Sivir does get the kill into Thresh. This should be game. Mundo tanks 1 shot from the base turret, but the fountain turret, but it doesn't even matter. There will be Nexus turret number 2 going down in just under 40 minutes. This should be game 1. Going over to Lads 5, just hit the Nexus. There it goes. Just under 40 minutes. Lads 5 finally closing out the game, finishing it up. Actually down in kills when this game is all said and done. And GG, well played. Lads 5 take game 1. We will be right back, guys, with